Hello, today I'm here to talk to you about match play and how to sign up and all the rules and everything regarding match play, especially useful for people who are new to the course. I'm going to share the match play screen with you, my match play screen. So first of all, what is match play? Well, there are two types of competitions or stroke play. You might be familiar with that. That's what you watch on TV every week. Players play against the field. All strokes matter. The lowest score wins. And an example of that at our club would be the club championship. And that's stroke play. Match play, you're head-to-head against an opponent. And the person who wins the most holes is the victor. What's interesting about stroke play and match play, there are different rules for each one. So you have to kind of familiarize yourself between the differences. Most of the times when you get a penalty in stroke play, it's a two-stroke penalty. But in match play, if you get a penalty, most of the times you've lost the hole. So you have to be familiar with that. If you're not sure, please check with our pro who can help you out with some of the rule change or rule differences. At Carleton, the men's match play, there are two types. There's the singles match play, and there's the two-man match play. And so I'll tell you the difference between each of them. The singles, there are 3 flights, A, B, and C. And in the two-man, there are no flights because it's a handicapped event. So let's go into the singles match play. As the name implies, you're playing against one other person in your handicap category, and there are 3 flights divided by handicap index as follows. In the A division, anybody who has an index from 0 to 7.9 is an A. Anybody in B is 8.0 to 12. Anybody in C is 12.1 and over. A and B divisions, there's no handicap used when you're playing an opponent. Players use their gross score. In the C division, handicap is used if the player with the lowest net score wins. A and B divisions are played from the blue tees. C division is played from the white tees. In two-man match play, you sign up as a team of 2. Some players say, well, I don't really know anybody at the club. Can you pair me with someone? Sure. If you sign up, when the sign-ups come, you get the sign-up link and you can indicate that you don't have anybody to play with. I'll match you up with somebody. In two-man match, or I'll try anyway, I can't guarantee it. In two-man match play, teams play against each other, and it's a handicapped event. Players play off the lowest handicap in the group. I'm going to give you an example of that so you understand what I mean. And strokes are given where they fall on the card. The team with the lowest net score on the hole wins the hole. All two-man events are played from the white tees. So for example, suppose we have Peter and Paul are playing against Mark and Tony, and the handicaps from the whites are as follows. Peter's got a 10, Paul's got a 9 from the whites, Mark's a 15, and Tony's a 19. Since Paul has the lowest handicap, here is how many strokes each player gets. You take Paul's 9 strokes and subtract that from all the players to get their handicaps where they're going to get strokes. So the new handicaps for these people are as follows. Peter had a 10, so now he's got 1 stroke. Paul, you guys plays off scratch. Mark gets 6 strokes and Tony 10. So Paul would get a stroke on the number 1 ranked hole. Paul plays off scratch, he gets no strokes. Mark gets strokes on the 6 toughest holes, and Tony gets strokes on the 10 toughest holes. And so that's how you play off the lowest handicap. Tiebreakers. In singles match play, when there's a tie after 18 holes, the players continue playing until a winner is decided. It's a sudden death finish. In two-man, if there's a tie after 18 holes, a minimum of 3 holes have to be played. If they're still tied, then it's sudden death after that. Costs. It's $10 per entrant in two-man and singles. The prizes are divided up as a Pro Shop certificate at the end of the competition. 2/3 of the prize pool goes to the winner, 1/3 goes to the runner-up. Schedules. All matches have a due date. The commissioner, which is me, has the authority to disqualify a team or teams, player or players, if they fail to complete their match by the due date. No refunds if you disqualify. If there are difficulties getting the match in by the date, then permission must be sought by the commissioner to extend the date. So if you email me and say, look, it rained 3 times last week, we couldn't get it out, whatever reason, if it's a good reason, we'll allow you to extend the match, but it's got to be a good reason. It's not just, I didn't feel like playing. Now, I got to tell you, the toughest matches to schedule are the 2-man match plays. So, because 4 people have to agree on a date. So the second you find out who your opponent is, I expect you to contact your opponents and arrange a date. I'm okay as long as a date is arranged, even if it's slightly past the extension time. If the time is set, that's all I want. Every effort should be made to find a suitable date as soon as you find out who your opponents are. Okay, so when I get all the players, I make up a grid. In the singles match play, the players are seeded by handicap index. So the players with the lowest handicap index are seeded highest. The ones with the least, higher handicap index are seeded lowest. So it's a seeded handicap grid. Every effort will be made to post the grid directly on the main page of the website. In the 2-man match play, because it's all handicapped, it's a random draw as who you're playing. And you may have extra games because this year, unlike last year where we had even grids of 16 and 8, this year I might have a grid of 43. And so I have to get that down to 32. So 9 matches are going to have to be played to get to that 32 level. So some people, most teams might be getting a bye. Some people may have to play an extra round. It depends how many teams it gets played, but those matches have to get in on time. There'll be a hard copy of the grid posted on the men's locker room. And of course, on the match play page, you can always have an electronic copy, and I'll make every effort to make sure it's on the main page of the website. How do I sign up? Well, you'll be getting a communique near the beginning of April by the club that has a link for you to sign up. So click on the link for match play and you can sign up for singles and 2-man. The deadline for signing up will be the Sunday of the first week in May, unless we're hit with another closure due to COVID, or even 1 year we had to open up a little later because the course conditions weren't good. We may have to extend the deadline, but that'll be communicated. I should say that I will try and send out a private email to all those who played last year to see if they're willing to sign up again this year. So just to make things easier for you, and I'll send you that link just so to make sure you get it. But that's it about match play. If you have any more questions or concerns, you can email me, the commissioner, at john.karam27@gmail.com. Thank you very much.